Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The most unpredictable postseason in FSBL history has reached the World Series, and while the four-division series upset set the stage for a series of intriguing matchups, the chips fell in favor of perhaps the most intriguing of all. The Boston Red Sox were a strike away from their season being over in Game 4 of the American League Division Series against the mighty A's. But Jimmy Collins' three-run pinch hit homer off Rollie Fingers walked it off for the Sox, who then crossed the country to take down 26-game winner Lefty Grove for the second time in a week. That led them to the scalding hot Twins, and a back-and-forth series that was a baseball fan's dream in terms of excitement, ending with the Sox taking home their first AL pennant. Ted Williams, Pedro Martinez, and company will be the favorites with the odds makers here, but perhaps not with the fans, as the Chicago Cubs run has drawn a very crowded bandwagon. Their 82 wins were enough to take the NL Central in a down year, but the expectation was the two-time champion Giants would make quick work of the Cubbies. 4 games later, the Giants were vanquished, and their California rivals, the LA Dodgers, suffered the same fate, done in by Ron Santo's heroics and exceptional pitching, a Dodgers staple, as Fergie Jenkins has been backed by top-class work from Bill Hands and Lon Warnecki all postseason. But Jenkins gets the call here at Fenway for Game 1, with Pedro Martinez opposing him. Aces start us off as it should be for what's expected to be a riveting World Series. And here's Pedro, 1-1, a 2.35 ERA in the postseason for the Sox. He is ready to go. Bill Lang steps in for the Cubs, batting .295 in the playoffs to get us underway for the first pitch from Fenway Park. Appreciate you tuning in. Dwayne Martz, Ernie Strom in the chat. First pitch from Pedro is a strike, and we're underway. Oh, 0-1 pitch from Pedro. Fastball misses outside. Fred Howard checks in. Another Cubby fan. There you go. How you doing, Fred? Good to see you, buddy. 1-1 as Martinez works to Lang here. Fastball misses up high. That one's fouled off to the right-hand side. The count goes to 2-2. Varitek sets up away. Pedro gets him with the slider. Down goes Lang, and Pedro picks up the strikeout to the first battery bases. Good start for Martinez. 4 straight fastballs, and then the slider to polish them off. So here's Stan Hack. Hack moves into the 2-hole. He's been batting 5th for the Cubs. He's also batted 3rd. They've brought Phil Cavaretta down a little bit in the order. Hack batting .279, a homer and 3 RBIs. Martinez deals fastball, tries to hold up his swing unsuccessfully, and Pedro is ahead of Hack 0-2. Hack talking. Stan Hack is not happy about that call. He's jawing with both the third base ump and the home plate umpire. Hack's got to be careful. 0-2 pitch from Pedro. Fastball up in the zone. Hack fouls it straight back. Nathaniel Lentz checks in. How are you, buddy? Daniel says, rooting for the Red Sox, but he says, hopes the series goes back and forth with close games. I'm kind of expecting that. I think this series is going deep. Neither one of these teams are just going to roll over in a game. They've both shown dramatics. 2-2, circle change down in the dirt, and the count goes full. 3-2 pitch. Pedro deals, fastball down low, and it's a 1-out walk to Stan Hack. So Hack, who was not happy early in the count, finds himself on first. And here's Ron Santo. Santo batting .341 in the playoffs. The 3-run homer in the first inning against Dazzy Vance in Game 7 of the NLCS. The only runs the Cubbies needed. Pitch out, Hack not going. Santo also had the big 8th inning home run in Game 5 that lifted the Cubs in that one. 2-0 the count as Martinez works to Santo here. Breaking ball, Santo lines it into center. Coming on as Ellsbury puts it away for out number 2. Santo hit that one on a rope, but it hung up for Ellsbury to make the play. Your Cubs lineup: Lang, Hack, and Santo, Nicholson, Hartnett, and Cavaretta, Afto, Dahlin, and Javier Baez round out the order for the Cubs. Both of these teams batting .247 in the playoffs. Both teams' pitching staffs with ERAs under 3. Low-scoring games seem likely. Famous last words. Here's Bill Nicholson. Nicholson has struggled in the postseason. The rookie who had a terrific regular season, particularly in the power department, though his average is low. Batting .205 in the postseason. Fastball off the plate. It's 2-0. Nicholson was solid against the Giants, but he actually really didn't do much in the League Championship Series against the Dodgers. Brad glad that Hack didn't get ejected. 2-0. Fastball from Pedro, and Pedro squeezed a little bit there down in the zone. It's 3-0. Gabby Hartnett waits on deck. Martinez deals, fastball outside, and ball 4 to Nicholson. So a pair of walks for Pedro here in the first, after striking out the first batter he faced. And now here's Hartnett. Gabby batting .306 in the postseason. Fastball from Pedro just inside. Pedro just a little bit off. Some of those pitches seem like they've been squeezed a bit. 1-0 pitch. Hartnett goes for the circle change and fouls it off. 21 pitches already in the opening frame for Martinez. Remember, the Cubs did a terrific job getting Dazzy Vance's pitch count up in the Game 7. 1-1 from Pedro. Good slider from Martinez. That's actually been his best pitch here in the opening frame. Now Pedro ahead of Hartnett 1-2 as he tries to get out of the jam. Martinez from the set, crowd on its feet here at Fenway, trying to urge their ace through. 1-2 delivery. Hartnett, ground ball in the hole. On the backhand, Valentin to second for the force, and the side is retired. Nicely done by John Valentin. So Pedro bends but doesn't break in the first. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 1. Game 1 of the World Series, Year 4 of the FSBL. Cubs nothing. Sox coming up. And they will face Ferguson Jenkins. Fergie has been exceptional. 3 starts, 2-0, a 1.57 ERA. He has allowed 13 hits in 23 innings that whip a sparkling .78. He took a no-hitter into the 7th inning of his last start in the League Championship Series, Game 6. He'll start off here facing Jacoby Ellsbury. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Ellsbury's batted .368 in the postseason. He's done a nice job. Sox have not faced a ton of right-handed pitching in the first 2 rounds. Line shot, Santo leaps. It's off the tip of the glove, but he can't reel it in, and Ellsbury is on. That'll be a base hit. Almost a terrific play by Santo. This Cubs defense throughout the postseason has been sensational, but Ellsbury is on with a leadoff infield hit. And now here's Mookie Betts. Betts struggling, batting .220. Take the fastball. 4 strike 1. No homers, 6 RBI. Betts has had a couple of very good games. It's all that keeps his numbers from really being terrible. He's had a couple of 3-hit games. He may have even had a 4-hit game, but he's had a lot of offers throughout this postseason. There you see, though, last 5 games, batting .300. This Sox lineup, much more devastating. If Mookie's swinging the bat well, pickoff throw to first. Oh, Ellsbury barely gets back in. I thought they had him. But he just got the hand in ahead of the tag from Cavaretta. 1-1 pitch. Ellsbury's going. Betts drives it deep into the gap in left center. That's way back. That's off the monster. Ellsbury's already around third. He comes in to score. It's an RBI double off the monster for Mookie Betts. And the Red Sox, 2 batters in to World Series Game 1, have a 1-0 lead. Betts clangs one off the monster there, and Ellsbury was running on the pitch and never slowed down. Ellsbury was at third by the time that hit the monster. Now, here's Ted Williams. Williams batting .271 in the playoffs. Fastball from Jenkins, a called strike. 2 homers, 7 RBIs for Williams. Jenkins checks Betts, checks him again, sinker in for a called strike, and now he's ahead of Williams, 0-2. Fastball misses up high. 1-2 the count. Fastball misses up high. During the offseason, I got to see if I can do a couple of the tricks to try to get Fergie Jenkins to his proper number 31. Because the number 31 isn't locked up because Bob Chipman was actually wearing it. But I ditched that number for Chipman, tried to get Fergie back to the 31. I mean, that's what he's assigned. And he won't wear it for whatever reason. So I have to like send him down to the minors or something like that and recall him, and sometimes that workaround works. Don't really care what uniform number he's wearing right now if you're a Cubs fan. You just want him to get out of this inning without any further damage. Williams fouls it off as the count stays full. Fields. Williams loops it out towards left. Nice play by Dallin, who ranges out a few steps onto the grass and puts it away. Williams almost dunked a single in there. Your Red Sox lineup: Ellsbury, Betts, and Williams. Smith, Devers, and Varitek. Dorr, Freeman, and Valentin round things out for the Sox. The Sox have not gotten a ton from the bottom of the order, but they have gotten a few big hits. Valentin's been hitting below 200, but he's had a couple of clutch homers. Buck Freeman had a clutch homer as well. So when the bottom has produced, it's been big. You can make the argument that's been the case for the top of the order as well. Here's Reggie Smith. Smith is only batting 200, but he has a couple of homers and 8 RBIs in the playoffs. 0-1 fastball from Jenkins misses down and away. 1-1 pitch. Smith chops it foul. One and two as Jenkins works to Smith, trying to keep this a merely 1-run ball game. Another sinker from Jenkins, misses down low. Perhaps a little bit of nerves. Pedro didn't look exceptionally sharp in the top half. Jenkins seems to be fighting it a little bit here in the bottom half. 2-2 offer. Fastball in there, called strike 3. Don't know what Reggie Smith was looking for there, but it clearly wasn't the fastball. Goes down looking, 2 away here in the first. Forkball, fastball, and then sinkers and fastball from Jenkins. Here's Rafael Devers. Devers did not play much in the division series. They inserted him in the LCS, trying to get some production. when the lineup kind of went cold, Devers came in and promptly had a 4-hit game. And he hasn't left the lineup since. 368 for Raffy. No homers, a pair of RBI. Fastball from Jenkins. Devers fouls it off. A little bit of a risk playing Devers in that he is a butcher at third base. Sox willing to deal with it. And they've got the Red Sox biggest depth offensively is in the outfield. They don't want to sit any of those guys. Devers, they hope to have a lead, take him out, use a defensive replacement late. 1-2 curveball, misses inside. It's 2-2. Jenkins deals. Devers pulls it down to first. Cavaretta picks it. Flips to Jenkins, and the side is retired. But the RBI double from Mookie Betts gets the Sox on the board quickly. We'll head to the second here at Fenway, Game 1 of the 4th annual FSBL World Series. Sox lead the Cubbies 1-0. Leading it off, here's Phil Cavaretta, batting .250 in the playoffs. No homers, 5 RBIs. Pedro needed 23 pitches to get to the first. He would like a quick inning here. Fastball just misses. We said that a lot in the first inning. It's been 3 games since the Game 7 for the Cubs, or 3 days rather, 4 days since the Game 6 win for the Red Sox. Pedro gets the call on that one. Both teams are pretty well rested. Bullpens have been recovered, rotations have been set. 1-1 pitch from Martinez. Slider, Cavaretta swings and misses, and the count goes to 1-2. Martinez fields. Curveball. This is outside. 2-2 the count. Martinez delivers. Fastball. Line shot down to first. Nice play. First base there. Buck Freeman leaps and snares it. Takes the line drive away. Robs Cavaretta of a hit. 1 down. Here's Andy Pafko. Pafko, the rookie, batting .273. Got a homer, 3 RBI. Lines this one slicing shot to right, tailing away from Betts, and that's going to be a ground rule double. Hits the track, clears the wall just inside the pesky pole. A 1-out double. Puts a runner on second for the Cubbies. Here's Bill Dallin. Dallin batting .282. Line shot over the head. Door jumps, can't come up with it. It's into the gap, and the Cubbies have tied the ball game. Stretching second, going for third. Valentin's relay throw is not in time. Triple for bad Bill Dallin, and the Cubs knot it up. Here in the top of the second, they answer the Sox right away. Back-to-back doubles from Pafko and Dallin. And away we go. World Series Game 1. These two teams leaving nothing. No, these games are going to be exciting. Javi Baez, deep to center. Going back, Ellsbury. It's out of here. The first hit by a second baseman for the Cubs all postseason is off the bat of Javi Baez. And it's a 2-run shot to center. Baez obliterates it. 3-1 Cubs here in the top of the second. Baez was 0 for 18 in the postseason coming in. Saving it for the right time. 2-run shot for Baez. 3-1 Cubs. Here's Bill Lang. Lang drops one out into right. Ranging over his bat. Puts it away for the second out. So the vibe here at Fenway has changed pretty quickly. Here's Stan Hack. Hack 279, as we mentioned in the postseason. Walked his first time up. Pedro deals. Fastball misses outside. Hey, who's your daddy from Dwayne Martz? Ground ball to short. Valentin charges. Throws the first, and the side is retired. But the Cubs strike for 3, including a stunner. Hanging breaking ball from Pedro, and Baez didn't miss it. Belt high out over the middle, and then out over the wall. 3-1 Cubs. Bottom of the second, here's Jason Varitek. Varitek batting .222. No homers, 2 RBIs.
Number 33.
Now Jenkins has a lead. We'll see what he can do with it. Fastball is a called strike. 22 pitches in the first inning for Jenkins. Fastball here misses low. So it figures, I mentioned in the intro, we're looking at probably a series of low-scoring games. Brace yourselves for the inevitable 10-9 game 1 here. 2-1 to count. Sinker on the corner, and it's 2-2. Jenkins delivers. Fastball down and in. Bobby Doerr, who had the huge home run in Game 6 of the championship series to knock off the Twins, waits on deck. 3-2 from Jenkins. Slider on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Down goes Varitek. Second strikeout for Jenkins, and there's one away.
The second baseman, Bobby Doerr.
Good pitch there from Fergie. So here's Doerr. Bobby Doerr batting .277 in the playoffs. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. I just wanted to see. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's weird. I was waiting for it to show me. I hit pause because I wanted it to show me the bases and stuff, and I thought it would show me the wind direction there. I'm curious how the wind was blowing here. Doerr line shot, gap right center, extra bases. Here we go. Nicholson to the wall. Doerr heading into second. He will cruise in with a stand-up double. And now the Red Sox try to answer the Cubs. 1-out double for Bobby Doerr. Here's Buck Freeman. Freeman batting .143. He has not played excessively. Again, the Red Sox just haven't faced a lot of right-handed pitching so far in the postseason. The A's only had one right-handed starter, as did the Twins. Hunter and Blylev are the only righty starters to face the Sox this postseason. Curveball misses inside. 1-1 to count. Jenkins deals. Freeman tries to hold up. They say he did not, and the count goes to 1-2. Jenkins deals. Freeman lashes it the other way. That's going to bring in the run into the corner and left. Freeman pulls into second. Back-to-back doubles for the Sox from Doerr and Freeman. And it's now a 3-2 ball game. Freeman lashes one the other way down into the corner. Pafko digs it out, but nowhere near in time. 1 out. Runner on second. Here's Valentin. Ground ball to third. Santo picks it cleanly. Throws him out, and there's 2 away. Aaron Reed. How are you, Aaron? Good to see you. Aaron checks in. Pulls up his seat here at Fenway. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury singled and scored his first time up. Orbit, I still can't understand why that thing is the Red Sox mascot, although I guess you can't just have a sock walking around off the dugout. 2 down, runner on second. Jenkins delivers. Fastball misses up and in. Fastball right down the middle from Jenkins, and the count is 1-1. Mookie Betts waits on deck. Betts drove in the first Red Sox run. Bring home Ellsbury in the bottom of the first. 1-1 the count. Jenkins checks him. Deals, ground ball back to the box. Jenkins picks it nicely. Throws out Ellsbury, and the side is retired. But Buck Freeman smacks an RBI double to cut the deficit in half for Boston. We head to the top of the third, 3-2 Cubs, Game 1 of the World Series. Here's Ron Santo. All right, Howie, I am well, Aaron. I'm announcing playoff World Series baseball, man. I'm doing just fine and dandy. So Pedro's got to try to settle himself in here. Against the heart of the Cubs order, slider to Santo misses down and away. Santo, 24 homers in his sophomore campaign. Had a couple of huge ones in the postseason. Fastball misses away. Pedro just has not had command as of yet. 2-0 pitch. Santo, ground ball past the diving Freeman in the right field. It's a leadoff single for Ron Santo.
Now batting, number 43.
Santo pokes one into right. Freeman lays out for it to make the attempt. Here's Nicholson. Nicholson walked his first time up. Breaking ball, Nicholson hammers it. Pedro has to get that curveball down. That curveball has been up in the zone. That's the pitch that Baez hammered over the wall in center in the second. Martinez deals. Fastball up and away. Nicholson fouls it off. Bill Hands will start for the Cubs in Game 2. Cy Young will get the start for the Red Sox. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses up high. One and two. Good slider from Martinez up and in. Nicholson doesn't like it. That was a great spot, though. Martinez up and in. There's nothing that Nicholson can do with that pitch. It was just a matter of whether it would be the strike, and it clips the corner. Borderline. Pedro gets the call. It has not felt like he's gotten many of them to this point. One away. Here's Hartnett. Gabby 0 for 1. Swings and misses at the slider. The slider has been Pedro's best pitch so far in this ballgame. Not locating his fastball well. His curveball has been up in the zone. Baines there at the knees, and now he's ahead of Gabby 0-2. Martinez deals. Fastball misses up high. Pedro glares in and delivers. Fastball misses up high. 2-2 the count. Martinez deals. That shot out in the left. Williams coming on, makes the grab. Rather casually there, a little basket grab from Ted Williams. Taking his Willie Mays out in the left. 2 down. 1 still on. Here's Cavaretta. Cavaretta lined out his first time up. Fastball misses up high. If either of these pitchers can settle down, steady the ship a bit. 1-0 fastball and Berg on strike. Pedro deal. Cavaretta, high fly ball to left. Williams is under it. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So the Cubs turn the side in the third. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 3. Cubs 3, Red Sox 2, game 1 of the World Series. So here's Mookie Betts. Betts had an RBI double off the monster his first time up. Fergie Jenkins, 38 pitches through the first 2 innings. Like Pedro, he would like to try to get through this third inning with a little bit of haste. Slider there. Betts fouls it off. Jenkins deals fastball down and in. Betts fouls that one off as well. The count goes to 0-2. Jenkins deals. High fly ball to left. Pasco drifting, but he's under it. Puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder.
So that'll bring up Ted Williams. Williams lined out his first time. Jenkins deals. Fork ball up in the zone and away. Fergie thought he caught the corner. Tells him no. Mr. Williams said it was a ball. 1-0 the count. Jenkins deals. Slider misses away. It's 2-0. Jenkins deals. Sinker away. Williams goes for it and fouls it off. 2-1 pitch from Fergie. Fastball off the plate, and Williams went after that one. Looks like he's maybe trying to shoot one the other way here. We'll see if Jenkins dares to try to come inside on it. Martinez sets up away again. Good sinker there. That one dove out of the zone. Williams protecting. Gets a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive. 2-2 the count. Fastball. Williams skies it to right, but it doesn't have the distance. Nicholson puts it away for the second out of the inning. So Jenkins 2/3 of the way through, not exactly the heart of the order. Started with the 2-hitter, but key part of this Red Sox order. Smith struck out his first time up. Jenkins deals, fastball misses low. SGJ Jamie checks in, says it looks like he just missed it. Yeah, Williams got that one just a little bit towards the end, I think. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for checking in. If you are on Facebook and have not as of yet, please look up the Sports Games Journal. Like and follow that page, or I guess it's technically a group, I suppose. But point is, it's a very fun publication for this hobby. Amy does a great job with that, so be sure to bang a like button over there. 3-0 the count. Jenkins deal. On the outside, oh, Reggie drops the bat. He thought he had a walk. Umpires notoriously love when hitters do that. The count goes to 3-1. Smith now will try to grab the bat and reset himself here in the batter's box. Jenkins deals. Smith fouls it off, and the count goes full. Jenkins delivers. Short ball down and away. Smith fouls it off. 3-2 pitch from Jenkins. Smith turns it down the right field line, but he got out in front of it a bit. Hooks it back. Full count offer. Fastball misses up high, ball 4. So now Smith gets to take the stroll down to first. 2-out walk. That'll bring up Rafael Devers. He grounded out his first time up. Jenkins deals. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Jenkins deals, misses up high. Throw over to first. Smith dives back in. One pitch. Devers fouls that one off. 1-2 the count. Jenkins from the set. Deals. Devers chases another high fastball. Fouls that one straight back. One-two pitch coming from Ferguson Jenkins. Fastball swung on and missed up and away. Devers chases. Jenkins whiffs him. And the side is retired. A third of the way through here at Fenway. We head to the fourth. It's 3-2 Cubs. Here's Pafko. He doubled and then scored. He had back-to-back doubles with Bill Dowling his last time up. Pedro now at 49 pitches. See if he's settling in. Fastball in for a called strike. Pafko 5 for his last 14. Small sample size stat action. 0-1 pitch from Pedro. Pafko fouls it off. Baratek sets up inside. Pedro deals. Fastball. Pafko fights it off to stay alive. Oh, 0-2. Martinez deals. Fastball. Pafko fouls that one off as well. Pedro looking for a put-away pitch. Baratek wants it down. Fastball is down, but Pafko won't offer at it. One-two. Curveball gets him. Pafko swings and misses. Best curveball Martinez has thrown to this point. Third strikeout for Pedro. There's one away. Here's Dowling. I'm sorry, I said Dowling doubled. Dowling tripled, actually, on that RBI. Then came around to score on the Baez homer. Bottom of the order, getting it done for the Cubs the first time through. Curveball from Pedro is in for a call and strike. In his field. Another. Now that was a circle change act. That ball had that changeup had so much movement on it, it looked like another curveball. 0-2. Pedro deals. Another good curveball from Martinez. Dowling chases down in the dirt. Back-to-back strikeouts for Pedro here to open up the fourth. Now here's Javi Baez. Baez, a 2-run homer, his first time up. Again, Cubs second basemen were 0 for 29 in the postseason before that Baez homer. Fastball misses down low. Pedro wants to know where that one was. Well, Dwayne March is thinking right now that Pedro should put one in Baez's ear hole. 1-0 the count. Fastball up and in, but not in the ear hole, and the count goes to 2-0. Pedro deals. Fastball at the knees for strike one. Martinez looks in for the sign. Pitch. This is down low, 3-1. Bill Lang waits on deck. Martinez deals. Baez fouls it off. So now the count is full. Pedro glares in. Rocks and fires. Fastball just down low. Ball 4. And Baez draws the 2-out walk. Thought Pedro was going to have a 1-2-3 inning there. Instead, Bill Lang comes up with a runner on first. Lang is 0 for 2. Kickoff throw. Baez dives back in. Pedro has not been able to get that low strike call consistently so far in this ballgame. Slider doesn't slide, it stays down and in. Pitch out, Baez not going. So now the count is 2-0. Stan Hack waits on deck for the Cubs. 2-0 pitch. Runner goes. Varitek's throw not in time. Stolen base for Javi Baez. So Baez swipes the bag to get into scoring position. Varitek's throw, not a bad throw, but Baez got a nice jump there. 3-0 now the count. Fastball to call him strike. Looks like this has the makings of a quick inning for Pedro, and this is going to end up being pitch number 20 of the inning instead. Slider misses up high for ball 4. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Stan Hack. Hack is 0 for 1. Loops one out towards left. Nice play by Valentin, ranging over to make the play and possibly save a run. So, Pedro picks up a couple of Ks, gets through the 4th unscathed. We head to the bottom half. 3-2. Cubs lead the Sox, game 1 of the World Series.
The catcher, number 33.
Here's Varitek. Jenkins deals. Fastball misses up high. Varitek, fly ball. Pafko barely has to move, puts it away for out number 1.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Bobby.
So here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr doubled his first time up. Later came around to score. On the Freeman double. Jenkins delivers. Sinker misses down low. Curveball misses away. Ooh, borderline pitch. Jenkins doesn't get the call, and the count goes to 3-0. But Freeman waits on deck for the Sox. Jenkins deals. Fastball on the outside corner. Jenkins rock. Fire. Ground ball pulled foul, and the count goes full. 3-2 offering from Jenkins. Ground ball to third. Santo on the backhand. Plants and throws. Gets him for the second out.
The batter, the first baseman, Buck Freeman.
So 2 down. Here's Freeman. He had an RBI double his first time up that cut the deficit from 3-1 to 3-2. Jenkins deals. Freeman chops it down to first. Cavaretta flips to Jenkins, and the side is retired. So the Sox go down in order here in the bottom of inning number 4. We head to the 5th at Fenway. 3-2 Cubs here in game 1. Part of the Cubbies order here. It starts with Ron Santos. Singled back in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. Pedro starts the 5th at 70 pitches. First pitch circle change in for a called strike. Santo 5 for his last 12 entering the day. Deals. Curveball misses outside. That one missed a little bit. Pedro seems like he's starting to get the feel for that curveball. 1-1 pitch. Fastball. Santo fouls it off. One-two offering. Santo ground ball to short. Valentin has it. Routine play. Throws him out for the first out of the 5th.
The batter, number 43.
So that'll bring up Nicholson. He's 0 for 1. He also walked. Cubs rocking the 79 road unis. Red Sox breaking out the 76 home version. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. And another one on the outside corner. That one seemed to... Pedro got the benefit of that one. That one looked outside. The count goes to 0-2. Pitch from Martinez. Nicholson out to center. Ellsbury ranging over. Puts it away for the second out.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Gabby Hartnett.
So that'll bring up Hartnett. He's 0 for 2. He is lined out and grounded out. Fastball. That ball is scorched. Base hit in the left. Hartnett absolutely hammers a line drive in the left field. 2-out single.
Now batting, number 44.
That sounded like a gun going off. 114 off the bat of Gabby Hartnett. So here's Cavaretta. He's 0 for 2. Down in the dirt. Baratek blocks it. Runner home. Offering coming from Pedro Martinez. In there for a called strike. In this deal. Cavaretta ground ball to second. Door has it. Goes the short way for the force. And the side is retired. So Pedro, while still certainly not perfect, seems like he's settled in a bit. Problem is, for the Red Sox, it seems like Jenkins has settled in a bit as well. John Valentin will put that to the test, leading off the bottom of the 5th. Rounded out his first time up. Fastball in for a called strike. Jenkins deals. Fastball misses up high. One and one to count. Ooh, borderline pitch. Jenkins doesn't get the call. 2-1. Slider misses inside. 3-1. Kobe Ellsbury waits on deck for the Sox. Fastball is a ball and strike. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Down goes Valentin. Fourth strikeout for Jenkins, and there's one away here in the bottom of the fifth.
Number 2.
So Valentin whiffs. Here's Ellsbury. He's 1 for 2. That one looped down the right field line, but foul. Jenkins gets the sign from Hartman. 0-1 pitch. Forkball just inside. Ellsbury had his best season for the Red Sox so far in the FSBL this year. Offers a bunt there and misses, and the count goes to 1-2. Fergie deals. Fastball misses up high. Mookie Betts waits on deck for the Sox. Jenkins deals. Fly ball, shallow center. Lang comes on. He's under it. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, number 50.
So here's Mookie Betts. Betts is 1 for 2. He had an RBI double in the first. Scored Ellsbury. Gave the Sox a 1-0 lead. Fastball here from Jenkins. Misses up high. Betts 3 doubles, 4 RBIs in his last 6 games, showing some signs of finally breaking out. So chasing a sinker there, not going to do anything with that. It's 1-1. Sinker misses down and away. Two and 1 to count. Jenkins delivers. Fastball misses up high. 3-1. Ted Williams waits on deck. David Lando checking in from Cubs Nation. How are you, sir? Ground ball down to third. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was a low liner. I thought it was a one-hopper. It was a low liner. Santo picks it, and the side is retired. Betts hits it hard. Comes away with nothing. We head to the 6th here at Fenway. It's 3-2 Cubs, Game 1 of the World Series. So here's Pafko. Doubled and scored earlier on.
52.
Curveball in for a call and strike. So both pitchers seem like they've settled in a bit. Early on, this game seemed like it might turn into a bit of a free-for-all offensively. Bergmeyer, the lefty, Davis, the righty. Sox do have bullpen action going. Pedro at 83 pitches. 0-2 pitch here. Fastball, Pafko fouls it off. Martinez delivers. Fly ball to left. Williams barely has to move. Puts it away for out number 1. Cubs put up a 3-spot in the second. Sox scored first in the first, answered with a run in the second, and we've been stuck since then. One out. Here's Dallin. He's 1 for 2. Dallin scorches this one. That's going to be extra bases heading into the corner down the left field line. Williams digs it out. But bad Bill Dallin pulls in at second with a 1-out double. So the Cubs will look for an insurance run here. And the Sox are going to say that's it for Pedro. Interesting call here. Again, Martinez certainly has not been great, but he seems like he'd settled in up until that double. It's not a super high pitch count, which means that if you're the Sox and you're contemplating bringing Martinez back on 3 days rest for a game 4, you certainly could do that. But first things first, here's game 1. Here's Wade Davis. Davis got hammered his first outing of the postseason. He has pitched better since then. Javi Baez, big blow in this game. A 2-run shot in that second inning. Puts it out of here in the 3-run second. 1 out, runner on. Davis works to Baez. The Sox bullpen was exceptional in Game 6. Line shot foul. 1-1 the count. Yoko wants the Sox to win it for Bernie. One and one the count. Fly ball out to center. Ellsbury is there, puts it away. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have done it, but I actually don't necessarily. It's not the worst move in the world. I don't necessarily think there. Again, I mean, Pedro was struggling mightily early. I thought the Cubs were going to put like a 5 or 6 spot up early. Pedro couldn't find the plate. He was behind every hitter, so he had a lot of pitches early on. But now here's a shot down the right field line. Cubs are going to get an extra run. That's going to be extra bases. Misses the cutoff man, and that's going to be an extra base, taking third. So it's 4-2 Cubs. Lang lashes one to right off of Wade Davis. Dallin comes around to score. Lang is now at third. 4-2 Chicago here in the 6th. And here's Stan Hack. Curveball from Davis, misses down low. No, I agree with that, Dave. Yeah, so it's got to let the big dogs eat. I mean, again, if this was the 7th, I would have an easier time with that. Again, he's Pedro, he's your ace. It's game 1. I think you had to give him a run. Like if Pedro had stayed in and gave up that double to Lang that brought the run in, then I think okay, that's fine. But no, I wouldn't have pulled Pedro quite that soon. And Stan Hack is glad they did because he just took Wade Davis out of here to right. 2-run shot for Stan Hack. 6-2 Cubs. Hack unloads inside the pesky pole. And, well, now that decision to take Pedro out certainly seems to have been ill-advised. Hack absolutely jumps all over this pitch. Inside the foul pole. 6-2 Cubs here in game 1. Here's Ron Santo. Santo's 1 for 3. Fly ball down the right field line. Into the seats. Well, we mentioned that Davis had gotten hammered in his first postseason outing, and then he's been clean since then. His last 3 times out. Perhaps saying that he had done well his last 3 times out was the kiss of death. as Dwayne is well aware, I'm known to do. Cubs manager Jimmy Fallon, manager of the year from Jamie. 1-2 the count here as Davis works to Santo. Curveball. Santo fouls it off. Davis delivers. Down in the dirt. 2-2. Ooh. That low strike has not been there all game, and Wade Davis is not happy about it. He's also not happy he's gotten shellacked since coming in here. Certainly adding fuel to that. That shot is lined in the center in front of Ellsbury. So it's a base hit. And the Cubs are just raking Wade Davis at the moment. Now you had Bergmeyer warm. Again, Bergmeyer is been a high leverage lefty here. But I think, I would have brought him in to face Nicholson here. And Nicholson promptly shows that I would have been right. He puts one into the gap. Ellsbury does a good job cutting it off. Runner will hold at third. So now it's second and third, 2 outs on the double from Nicholson. And that'll bring up Gabby Hartnett. It's 6-2. It's not 10-2. I don't think, if you're the Sox, you can't be punting on this game in the sixth. Curveball from Davis misses away. Davis gets the sign. Fastball is a called strike. 1-1 the count. Fastball misses high. Pedro Martinez seemed like he had settled down after early struggle. He gave up a double to Bill Dallin. And the Sox jumped to take him out early. Fastball misses down the way. Well, it's funny, and I've raised this issue about the show before. One of the things that I find frustrating is that I do believe, based on I've played the game for ages, I'm 4 seasons into this, as Davis fans Hartnett to finally end a miserable top of the sixth. But Stan Hack goes deep. The Cubs put 3 across. We head to the bottom of the sixth, game 1 at 6-2 Cubs. So all these teams are assigned fictional managers. Because you can't edit managers. You can't edit managers' names or tendencies or any of that kind of stuff. But I do believe that every manager has its own tendencies, like under the hood, that you can't see and you can't edit. And I really, really wish that those things, A, were editable, or B, if you could just let me see what those things are. Because you'll have some games where a pitcher is certainly given a long leash, and you'll have other games where a pitcher gets a very short hook. Williams deep to right field. If it's fair, it's out of here, and Ted Williams goes yard for the Sox. So Williams takes Jenkins deep to try to start the climb back from Boston. Jenkins is taken out of the yard. Williams jumps on it, and now it's 6-3. So Williams trying to spark something for the Sox here. Towering shot down the right field line from Ted Williams. Here's Reggie Smith.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Reggie.
What I don't like about what just happened with the Sox there is that you've got an inconsistency where you had a very quick hook with Pedro, and then you had a very, long hook with Davis. If you have a pitcher who's got a quick hook, that's fine. You have a pitcher who's got a manager who's got a long hook, that's fine too. But Smith hit this one out to left, going back on it. Pafko can't make the play. It hits off the wall and then hits off Pafko, dies at his feet. And Reggie Smith has a double. So the Sox have something going here in the bottom of the sixth. A Williams homer, a Smith double. And now we'll see what the Cubs do with their bullpen. Like Martinez, Jenkins had seemed to settle in after early struggles. Here's Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 2. Slider misses away. I'm a big believer in even if you're not going to let me edit everything, obviously, with everything that I do here, obviously I'm a tinkerer and I do that kind of stuff. But even if you're not going to let me edit it, at least let me see what is going into the process. Devers fouls it off. One and two the count. Fastball swung on and missed. Devers chases one well out of the zone. Fifth strikeout for Jenkins and a big first out here in the sixth. So here's Varitek. Varitek is 0 for 2. Jenkins is at 96 pitches. Fastball misses up and in. Jenkins from the set. Reggie Smith is out at second. Fastball puts it past Varitek, and the count goes to 1-1. Jenkins deals. Fastball in the outside corner. It's 1-2. Jenkins delivers. Varitek down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Getting over quickly as Pafko. Runner comes around. Here comes the throw. It is way offline. It's an RBI single for Jason Varitek. And the Sox are answering the Cubs. They've got 2 runs in. It's now a 6-4 ball game. They have not shown us the Cubs bullpen as of yet. Varitek singles. Jenkins still staying in. Here's Bobby Doerr. He's 1 for 2. He comes to the plate. It's the tying run. Doerr fouls it off. And now this is a perfect example also of what I was talking about thinking that the fake managers all have their own tendencies, because Jenkins is being left in here, in a very similar situation to what happened with Pedro when Pedro got yanked. Dusty Baker getting bailed out by great hitting. I mean, Dusty never saw a bullpen arm that he didn't want to wreck. But 2 down on the tapper out in front of the plate. Here's Buck Freeman. Freeman has an RBI double on the day. Appreciate you all tuning in here. World Series Game 1. It's been a fun one. It hasn't been pretty, but it has been fun. 6-4 Cubs. Fastball misses high. There you see Larry French, the lefty, Don Elston, the right. Since I do start getting involved in that stuff in the 7th, though, I just want to make sure. Okay. I just want to make sure the Sox had somebody warm, that there's no way you can send Wade Davis back out there for the 7th after his implosion in the 6th. So I just wanted to make sure they had somebody ready. Fastball, called strike, 1-1. Jenkins from the set delivers. Fastball at the knees. It's 1-2. Crowd here at Fenway trying to get Freeman to come up with a big hit. 1-2 pitch from Jenkins. Fastball up high. Freeman fouls it off. Jenkins looking to get out of it without further damage. Great curveball from Jenkins. Freeman swings and misses, and the side is retired. So Jenkins grinds through 6. Gotta think that'll be the end of the night for him. The Sox get a pair. We head to the top of the 7th at Fenway. 6-4 Cubs in Game 1. So Derek Lowe will come on for Boston. Lowe making his 5th appearance of the playoffs. He's 0-1. He's got a save, a 2.08 ERA. Again, 4 in the 3rd innings. Don't really worry about the ERA, but we'll give it to you just because who doesn't like stats? Here's Phil Cavarretta. Cavarretta is 0-3. Fastball from Lowe misses outside. Want to know the count. Pitch from Lowe. High fly ball out to right. Betts is underneath it. Puts it away for out number 1. Got 20 of you all watching. Very cool on a late Monday evening. Appreciate you checking in. Bang the like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Andy Pafko steps in. Pafko is 1-3. Lowe delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Lowe from the set delivers. Fastball misses down low. 1-1 the count. Lowe delivers. Shot. That's going to be extra bases into the corner to left. Williams gets to it quickly. Throw comes in the second. It's a strong throw from Williams, but Pafko gets in there with a 1-out double. Pafko is his 2nd hit of the ball. This is played nicely by Williams. Throws a good, strong throw in the second. So now, here's Dallin. He's 2-3. High fly ball to left. Williams going back at the edge of the track. He's got one. Puts it away for out number 2. So now, here's Javi Baez. Baez, of course, had that huge 2-run homer back in the 2nd. Cubs put up a 3-spot in the 2nd inning against Pedro Martinez. Baez hits this one fairly well to right, but it'll stay in the yard. Betts is there, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Lowe works around the Pafko double. 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway, Game 1, 6-4 Cubs. And the game is going to let Jenkins start the bottom of the 7th. All right, well, I'm going to give Jenkins... When the game elects to let a guy start the following inning, I stick with that, but I will enact a very short leash here. Jenkins basically allows a base runner. Next base runner, Jenkins is out of this ball game. For the Sox, I kind of feel like one thing. You don't need two lefties warming up. I'm going to sit Parnell down. Get Eichellock. Lock the righty, Bergmeyer the lefty. They only have one lefty bat on the bench. I'm actually going to let Valentin hit here. With only the one lefty bat remaining. Valentin's had some huge clutch hits so far in this postseason. I know he's only batting 194, but he's also got 2 homers and the 8 RBIs. We're going to let Valentin hit here. So Jenkins at 107 pitches starts the 7th. Fastball misses down low. Bergmeyer, the lefty, seems ready whenever the Sox call on him. Eichellock, the right-hander, has started throwing. Jenkins deals. Valentin fouls it off. It's 1-1. Jenkins deals again. Fastball misses up high. Half fastball. At the letters, it's 2-2. Jenkins delivers. Fastball misses inside. Fergie Jenkins trying to be the horse for his Cubs here. The Sox did not give Pedro Martinez that same opportunity earlier on, and paid the price for it as Wade Davis got knocked around the yard in the 6th. Davis acquired from the Royals a trade last year. Valentin lines a base hit into right, so Valentin gets the chance to stay in, makes the most of it, singles into right field, and the leadoff man is on for Boston to open up the bottom of the 7th. And so the game is the AI is going to take him out. All right, so good. We'll let the AI make the change there. So they let Jenkins start the 7th, an admirable effort on a night when Jenkins did not have his best stuff. And now he comes out, and it's going to be left to the Cubbies bullpen to try to bring this one home. It starts off with Sean Marshall. Marshall will be making his 5th appearance. See, he's only worked 2 1/3 innings. Marshall has really been coming in there trying to get 1 or 2 lefties out. That's pretty much been his role. Lefty he faces here is Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury is 1 for 3. Sox bench is not super deep. You have pinch hitter extraordinaire, at least so far as the postseason has gone, Jimmy Collins. Collins has had a pair of huge 3-run homers in the playoffs for the Sox. Ellsbury hits that one hard out to left, but it's snagged for out number 1. Here's Mookie Betts. Betts is 1 for 3, a double and an RBI. Curveball misses down and in. Runner goes. Betts, high fly ball to left center. Going back. Lang still going back. Tracks it down on the warning track, and the runner will retreat to first. So Betts hit it pretty well. Not well enough. I thought that thing was bound for the monster off the bat. So 2 away. Here's Williams. Williams homered his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day. Marshall deals. Curveball misses down and away for ball 1. Williams out to right. Nicholson's there, makes the play, and the side is retired. So Marshall comes in relief of Jenkins, gets the Cubs through the 7th. We head to the 8th. 6-4 Cubs. Game 1. of the World Series. Lowe only threw 7 pitches. Lowe will start at the top of the 8th here for the Sox as Jeff Hunter joins us. How are you, Jeff? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for swinging on by here. Fastball from Lowe. Misses. Mel Parnell is back throwing with Bergmeyer. All right, this one, I want to see this ahead of time rather than kind of get caught. Again, I don't think you need to have 2 lefties warming up. Sit Parnell back down for now. The lock back up front. Hack's a lefty, Santos a righty. Nicholson after that is a lefty. And Santo is actually worse against lefties than righties. He's gotten first splits. All right. So we're going to let Lowe work to Lang here, and then I think Bergmeyer is going to come in. Wind is blowing out to center. That's the graphic I was looking for earlier. Not super strong, but it is blowing out. 1-0 pitch. Fastball at the knees to Lang. It's 1-1. Low from the set. Delivers. Lang pulls it foul, and it's 1-2. Lowe looks in, gets the sign from Baratek, and delivers. Slider, Lang doesn't offer at it. 2-2 the count. Low deal. Fastball. Up and in. Lang fouls it off. Two pitch again from Lowe. Lang skies it out to right. Betts gets underneath it quickly. Puts it away for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Stan Hack. Last time up, Hack did this. Off Wade Davis, a 2-run jack around the pole and right. Part of a 3-run inning. So Lowe has done his job here for Boston. Tom Bergmeyer is going to come on. Again, that Santo has worse numbers against lefties than righties. Makes this kind of an easy call, I think. Bergmeyer making his 9th appearance of the postseason. He has yet to be charged with a run. He's 2-0. Bergmeyer has been pretty much annually, he has done a great job for this Red Sox bullpen in the postseason. Now, we're going to put the lock back up with Parnell. So 1 away, here's Hack to face Tom Bergmeyer. Popped, shallow left. Tough play. Valentin ranges over, gets there, reels it in. Not quite as tough a play as I initially thought. I thought that was a little bit closer to the foul line. Hack frustrated with himself. 2 away. And here's Ron Santos. Santos is 2 for 4, pair of singles on the day. Bergmeyer delivers. Slider. This is down and in. Bergmeyer delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Santo fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Fastball misses down low. 2-2 the count. Santo fouls it off. I want to check the Cubs. That's what I'm thinking of it. Oh, they've got Smith. Wow. The Cubs have Lee Smith warming already. Again, Smith picked up a 5-out save in the Game 7 clincher for the Cubs. We'll see if they're going to try to push him here in Game 1 of the World Series. 2-2, the count to Santo. Slider rides inside. Santo jackknifes out of the way, and the count goes full. Bergmeyer looks in. 3-2 pitch. Santo swings and misses. High fastball from Bergmeyer gets Ron Santo. So Tom Bergmeyer just continues to be a savage out of the Sox bullpen. Bottom of the 8th here at Fenway, 6-4 Cubs. So Larry French now will come on to start the 8th. Sean Marshall got them through the 7th in relief of Jenkins. Now it's Larry French's turn. Rather than keep the lefty Marshall in there, they go to a different lefty in Larry French. We're also going to warm Dave Elston warming up. That's what I was going to do. Wonderful.
The designated hitter, Reggie Smith.
Reggie Smith is 1 for 2. French with the splitter misses down low. One offer. Smith fouls it off. Ground ball to second on the backhand. Nicely played by Baez. Throws the first. There's one away.
Now batters, number 11.
Nicely done there by Baez. So that'll bring up Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 3. French deal. Screwball misses up and in. French delivers. Misses down low. Two-0 offer. In there at the knees for a called strike. 2-1 pitch. Devers pulls it just foul outside first, and the count goes to 2-2. French rocks and fires. Breaking ball, Devers down the right field line. That's a fair ball, and it's a ground rule double. One hopper into the seats for Rafael Devers, who scorches one down the right field line, and the Sox will get the tying run to the plate. Here's Jason Varitek. Varitek is 1 for 3. Screwball misses down low. Single and an RBI for Varitek. Bobby Doerr waits on deck. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 1-1. French deal. Misses down low. Packed house here at Fenway. The crowd has ebbed and flowed through this one. Trying to urge their Sox to the comeback. Varitek pulls that one hard but foul. French comes to the set. 2-2 offer. Varitek smacks it down to first. Cavaretta will take it himself. The runner moves up to third. So now there's 2 outs. Tying run still coming to the plate. Runner at third. And here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr is 1 for 3. Gotta see here. Lefty pitcher. He's faced the 3 bats. I don't think French faces Doerr here. I actually think if you're the Cubs, you can't risk letting this game get away. I think the Cubs are going to Lee Smith here. Gotta close game 1 out. To be able to get to Pedro and have this lead, you can't let it get away. So Lee Smith is going to come on to try to record the 4-out save. He's a perfect 3 for 3 in the postseason to this point. He had a 5-out save in Game 7. Doerr is 1 for 3, batting .280 on the postseason. Got the hit. He's hit well. Pesky doesn't have a hit yet in a few postseason at bats. I'm gonna let Doerr. I think I'm gonna let Doerr have this. He's got the hit already today. Or, I mean, Collins has 2 clutch pinch hit 3-run homers. I don't. Doerr's had a couple of big hits too. I don't think, especially because you don't have regulars. Well, you could move Valentin. Apologies, bear with me here a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure I manage this game properly. For the Valentin can play wherever. I'm gonna let Doerr have this. I think. Again, 280 in the postseason. He's got a couple of clutch hits of his own. Here, I'm gonna let Doerr have this at bat. Doerr's 1 for 3. He's got a hit in the game. So here's Lee Smith to face Bobby Doerr. Doerr down the right field line, slicing. It's gonna go foul into the seat. Smith from the set. Delivers. Fastball fouled off, and Smith is ahead of Doerr 0-2. Crowd here at Fenway on its feet. 0-2 pitch from Smith. Fastball swung on and missed. He blows Doerr away to finish the at-bat. Lee Smith gets them through the 8th. We head to the 9th. Game 1 of the World Series. 6-4 Cubs here at Fenway. Bergmeyer will open up the top of the 9th. He only needed 9 pitches to get through the 8th. They'll start the 9th against Nicholson, who's 1 for 3. Fastball swung on and missed. Obviously is Lee Smith's game to finish for the Cubs. Bergmeyer deals. Nicholson, ground ball. Doerr picks it, throws the first. There's one away.
Now back, the catcher, Gabby Hartnett.
That'll bring up Gabby Hartnett. Hartnett 1 for 4, singled back in the 5th. Bergmeyer's throwing well. I'm going to let him pitch to Hartnett. Get overly obsessed with the platoon thing when a guy is clearly throwing well. One and 0 the count. Sinker at the knees for strike 1. Bergmeyer delivers. Slider misses away. 2-1 the count. Ooh. Bergmeyer gets squeezed, and the count goes to 3-1. Hartnett fouls it off the facing of the Red Sox dugout, and the count goes full. Three-two pitch from Bergmeyer. Hartnett fouls it off. Bergmeyer deals. Fastball misses up high for ball 4, so it's a 1-out walk. Hartnett is on. Here's Cavaretta. So again, lefty, Bergmeyer will face it. But Cubs, I think, are going to run for not huge speed, but Gabby Hartnett is about the slowest guy in baseball. Durham is actually their fastest guy on the bench. Good Lord. That's a slow bench. But Leon Durham will come on to run for Gabby Hartnett. Let's give them a degree of an upgrade from Hartnett. It's one of the slowest guys in baseball. Don't expect Durham to be trying to steal bases. You just want somebody who you know is going to get home. If Cavaretta puts one into the gap, he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Bartek puts down the side. Bergmeyer delivers. Slider in there for a called strike. He's ahead of Cavaretta 0-2. Bergmeyer deals. Ground ball to short. Valentin to Door. On to first. 6-4-3. Double play, and the side is retired. So Tom Bergmeyer throws 2 scoreless out of the pen for the Sox to keep them in this one. We head to the bottom of the ninth at Fenway. Lee Smith for the Cubs. Can the Sox pull off some heroics in the ninth? We'll find out. Johnny Kling comes in to handle the catching for the Cubs, with Hartnett out of the game. Buck Freeman 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Smith deals. Fastball misses inside. Smith gets the sign and delivers. 1-0. Freeman hits this one well to right. Going back is Nicholson. Still going back. It's out of here. Buck Freeman takes Lee Smith deep, and the Red Sox have drawn within 1. It's now 6-5. Second home run of the postseason for Buck Freeman, and the Sox have drawn within a run, and this one ain't over yet, folks. Freeman takes Smith deep, the first blemish of the postseason for Lee Smith. Freeman tattoos it. 1-run ball game here in the bottom of the ninth. It's all right. So now you got Valentin. You know what? And this is where you do it. You're the Sox. This is where you do it. Jimmy Collins has been absurdly clutch. Both of those home runs and 6 of those 7 RBIs have come as a pinch hitter. He's hit .313 in the postseason. Collins is going to pinch hit for Valentin here. So here's Jimmy Collins. .313, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. He hit a 3-run homer off Rollie Fingers when the Sox season was down to its final strike in Game 4 of the Division Series. He had a 3-run homer off Rick Aguilera in Game 5 of the American League Championship Series against the Twins. Does Collins have one more dramatic long ball in it? The crowd here at Fenway is hoping so. 1-0. Smith delivers. Gets Collins on the slider. It's 1-1. Fastball down low. Collins dribbles it foul. Pitch from Smith. Collins, ground ball through the right side. It's a base hit for Jimmy Collins. It doesn't leave the yard, but Collins comes through with another clutch pinch hit for Boston.
The batter, number 2.
So now Collins is on as the potential tying run. The Sox turn the order over. They do not have a lot of speed on their bench. Let's take a look at the numbers here. Collins is a 54. 64, 72. Actually, then you could just leave Moore in to play short. Dobie Moore is the fastest guy on the bench. So Moore will come in and run for Collins here.
Your attention, please. Now running the first for the Red Sox, number 22.
So now, top of the order. It's getting a little bit dicey here for Chicago. Nobody out. The tying run is on. Ellsbury's 1 for 4. Ellsbury squares the bunt, and he pops the bunt up. Ellsbury pops the bunt up, and Cavaretta snares it. A huge out for the Cubs. Ellsbury fails to get the bunt down. 1 away. Here's Mookie Betts. Oh, from the you had one job book. Ellsbury can't lay down the sacrifice. Here's Betts. He's 1 for 4. Fastball from Smith misses up high. Ted Williams looms on deck. Fastball here is a called strike. One and one the count. Fourth ball misses down low. Two and one. Betts fouls it off, and the count goes to 2-2. Smith from the set delivers. Betts fouls it off. Moore has shown no sign of trying to swipe the bag to get into scoring position. 2-2 the count. Betts down the left field line. Betts hammers it. It's off the wall. No, just fell. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. How much did that miss by? I know it wasn't going out of here, but I thought that was going to be a fair ball. Betts hammers this. Let's see if we can get a good look. Wow. That is as close as you come to a double. Oh my goodness. A loud foul ball from Mookie Betts. 2-2 stays the count. Smith breathes a sigh of relief. 2-2 pitch. That slider way out of the zone, and the count goes full. Williams swinging with the double donut in the on-deck circle. Smith deals 3-2 to Betts. Line drive. Caught at second by Baez. Throws the first. Moore gets back. And it's going to come down to Lee Smith versus Ted Williams here in the bottom of the ninth. Williams homered back in the sixth. Fastball from Smith in for a called strike. If Moore had stolen second and first base was open, I would walk Williams here. But you're not going to push the tying run in the scoring position, I don't think. I'm personally just never a fan of that. But now Moore goes. Throw down to second, not in time. Moore steals the bag. So now, all right, so now we're going to contemplate this a little bit. That kind of changes things a little. Reggie Smith is on deck. One and one. When you've already got a strike on Williams, we're going to let this next pitch determine it. If Smith throws a ball and gets behind him 2-1, I'm going to have Smith intentionally walk him. If he throws a strike, or obviously if it's put in play, then so be it. But if Smith throws a ball here on this pitch, we're going to walk Williams and put him on. 1-1 the count. Smith deals. Oh, cutter down low. Williams actually chased one out of the zone. So now Smith is ahead of Williams, 1-2. And Smith is going to attack. Tying run on second, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Lee Smith to Ted Williams. Williams pokes it over the mound, short hop at second. Dowling throws the first. The ball game is over, and the Cubs take game 1. It's dicey at the end, but the Cubs close it out. Fergie Jenkins grinds through, certainly not his best performance, but Jenkins got them as far as he could. Marshall and French bridge the gap, and Lee Smith gets the 4-out save, and the Cubs take game 1 here at Fenway. Jenkins gets the win. Pedro takes the loss. Wade Davis throws kerosene on the fire in the 6th. A very debatable quick hook on Pedro Martinez, which was kind of exacerbated by the fact that Wade Davis was probably left in there at least 2 batters too long. Well, that's a fitting start to this series in terms of the drama department. I think this is going at least 6. I just think these two teams, they both have a knack for just clutch, and I think this series is going to go deep. I will be shocked if it doesn't. Bernie, I appreciate you. Your socks aren't going to fold. I promise you that. This is going to be a good one. But it does make game 2 huge for Boston and Cy Young. Bill Hands, who has been exceptional for the Cubs, will get the start in game 2. I will hope to have that game here on the channel tomorrow night. Again, it'll probably be a late start. This has kind of become my my best start time. I may do some game during the midday at some point this week, but this nighttime slot seems to work well, and as long as I can get it started before it's too late, this will probably be where the bulk of the games, the rest of the World Series, will reside. So Jenkins gets the win. Pedro takes the loss. Your final line scores: 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Cubs. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Sox. Javi Baez and Stan Hack, homers for Chicago. Buck Freeman and Ted Williams, homers for Boston. Lee Smith gets the save. Baez gets player of the game honors for his 2-run jack back in the 2nd. Again, the first hit by a Cubs second baseman this entire postseason. Baez and Darwin Barney have not produced anything offensively up until that long ball from Baez. So that'll wrap it up. Appreciate you guys as always. Jeff Hunter, F. Smith locked down. Wasn't looking good for a second. No joke. That got shaky for Chicago, but they held on. But appreciate you, Jeff. Nathaniel, Bernie Strom, Yoko was here. David Lando, congratulations on your Cubby win there. SGJ Jamie was in here. Aaron Reed was in as well. Dwayne Martz, Brad Howard, another of our stellar Cubs fan contingent. It was good to see Brad in the chat as well. Bang that like button if you haven't, guys. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Cubs take the Red Sox. They hold on for game 1 of the World Series.